Hello and welcome. Now we talked about Christmas all over in America and in Europe in a sense with our Victorian tales, but we haven't talked about Christmas Down Under yet. That is until now. We're going to talk about a very interesting movie because it has 3 titles for the same film. In America it's known as The Christmas Visitor, but it's also known as Miracle Down Under and Bushfire Moon. The Christmas Visitor, aka Bushfire Moon, aka Miracle Down Under, was released in 1987. It premiered on the Disney Channel for America, but was released in Australia as well in December. And it's a very interesting, obscure film that I feel like no one knows about. It's not the most underrated film either. It was cute, but it's more interesting to talk about the fact that no one knows about this film. It is a Disney Channel movie, but this was during a time before Disney Channel original movies were a thing. So it's a Disney Channel premiere movie, which is a whole other category. This is when they were just starting out with the movies, and it's a completely different concept and even has a different aesthetic compared to the Disney Channel original movies that we've been talking about all year and that we know today. But it is very interesting to take a look back at the history of it. When it comes to our cast, we have Dee Wallace, John Waters, not that John Waters.
It's fine, it's fine.
Australian John Waters, Bill Kerr, Charles Tingwell, and a whole bunch of other names that I don't recognize. It is set in Australia in the 1890s. It takes place specifically in 1891.
Mum?
Yes, Ned?
Remember what Mr. Potts had in the window last year?
Mm-hmm.
Will he have it there again now?
I imagine so.
And there'll be new things inside too?
Don't get your hopes up.
So it's basically the Wild West of Australia, and it's really hot during Christmas. It can get up to 110 degrees. Family just working their way out to survive through Christmas, basically, back in the olden days. It is a Western of a film. I'm not a fan of Westerns, so for me, it couldn't really catch my interest as much, but it was still interesting to watch. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty well written, and I was more interested in the history about it and the trivia I could find about it, which wasn't that much, than the actual film. The actual film, the plot surrounds this family and this little boy that keeps finding Father Christmas and keeps telling everyone that he's Father Christmas and wants to be good for Christmas.
Father Christmas.
Because he's expecting this guy to give them the Christmas spirit. And then there's this other guy that is accidentally causing bushfires because of his Yule log, and they have to work on putting these bushfires out.
Spotting behind us! Over here with that! Hurry!
While at the same time he was a Scrooge, and then he becomes not a Scrooge. So it is very similar to a lot of other movies you've seen, but it's also different, and there's different takes of it. So it's still something I really say to check out because it's so different and obscure and no one knows about it that it is worth seeing. But I wouldn't set your expectations high. It's still well done, the acting is still great. I just wasn't that much of a fan because of the fact that it's more of a Western and I'm not a Western person. Australia is really cool. I love Australia. Australians are the most nicest people ever, so I give them credit for that. And I would like to see some more Australian films because there's so many awesome Australians that come up with amazing stuff. We're going to continue tomorrow with the more obscure Christmas films. And tomorrow we're talking about One Magic Christmas, so you can stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.